Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Got another match here in World of Warships Legends. Is the Gdansk the most overpowered destroyer in the game? Is the Gdansk overdue for a nerf? You tell me in the comments. We're top tier on Sleeping Giant. It is a domination match. And there's lots of other people in this match. Unfortunately for me, lots of cruisers. But we got a Smolensk, a AM Sumner, and a Shima as the enemy destroyers. And we're going to try to impose our will as the Alpha Gunboat here in this match in Gdansk. All right, moving out. Don't be dumb and go to the outside of A. Be smart and go in towards B. Will it lead to more immediate conflicts? On the average, yes. But if you are going around the outside of A and you are in a destroyer, you are not spotting for your team. In fact, you're being very selfish. So I'm not saying I never do it. I'm saying generally I don't do it because it is not good destroyer gameplay. Just one man's opinion. Now, if you're in a match with 5 destroyers, that's a little bit different, where you can kind of make that decision to go outside alpha. But I just don't think that's good strategy. You know, I just thought I'd fit that in there. All right. I'm not even sure I'm close to finishing this campaign. I'm going to have to check. I haven't played Warships very much lately. I tried to get some videos on Indefatigable and Moltka, and I had an okay Indefatigable video, but it wasn't good enough, so I decided not to put it out yet. And then, man, I've been playing Ready or Not, and I've been playing MLB The Show. So if you want to check out Ready or Not, it's kind of like a police strategy game. It involves a little bit of first-person shooter, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of asset management into different scenarios that a tactical unit could encounter in law enforcement. So if you're curious, I'm not saying my gameplay is great, but it's not terrible. And I'm not saying I get them all great on the first try either. Just want to be clear about that. All right, we moved into Alpha. I don't think the enemy team pushed into Alpha anywhere near here. I'm not expecting to see an enemy destroyer. The AM Sumner is over in the Charlie Cap. That leaves the Shima and some other destroyer out there still. And this is the benefit. If you are an aggressive destroyer player like I am, a lot of times in these domination matches, you'll be able to go into a sheltered cap like A and cap it out virtually uncontested, because the passive destroyer play in today's game. I don't agree with what the Hindenburg did here. All that to launch a bunch of torpedoes, but we'll see how successful it is. There is the Smolensk. He is 11.1 kilometers away on the side of the map. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if that is your plan to hug the side of the map in this match board, you are not doing a good job of being a destroyer. You're not. He can't engage anyone 11 kilometers from away from the cap. He's not going to spot very well for his team. And he's certainly not going to be able to reliably get torpedoes out on enemy targets from 11K from the Alpha Cap. Again, just my opinion, but I'm not afraid to share it. All right, so we're moving out here. We know we don't have to worry about the Smolensk. We are still looking out for the Shima, a destroyer I'm very confident I can beat in a gun battle. We are headed up the map board here, and there is a cruiser, or wait a minute, 2 battleships, pardon me. Yamato is out there, and we are going to take this opportunity, uncontested by enemy destroyers, to get torps out. This is what happens when you make a bad play in a destroyer. You leave the middle of the map vulnerable to the enemy destroyers. Really, this probably shouldn't be a video about Gdansk. Maybe I'm going to change my mind while I'm recording this and say bad destroyer play gets your team crushed. And right now, the red team is getting crushed. Torps out on Yamato from a fellow blue team destroyer. Our torps are moving in. That is an impenetrable wall of torpedoes. And Yamato is going to eat them. And he's still not dead. He's still not dead. We only got 4 torpedo strikes, but we damaged him. He is drowning, flooding, whatever you want to call it. We're going to hit our radar and get the enemy Smolensk. Finally decided to come over here. We're going to jam on the brakes and throw up our smoke screen. We have got this really nice radar. You can see the HE damage, huge chunks off the Smolensk. He replies with some detection. Totally okay, sir. You are shooting and you are visible to me up until the last second. And then what you have left is going to be taken away right there. And I still have just under half my health left. Although we're going to lose a little bit because we're still on fire, but I'm about to get my damage con. His torpedoes sail harmlessly by. And I'm going to use this opportunity to get some guns up on the main. As you can see, the blue team utterly is getting it over and totally dominating the red team. And this is because, among other things, the AM Sumner rushed in over at Charlie and got killed. And the Smolensk went far to the outside of Alpha and was super ineffective. And then when he came back in, he was essentially a sitting duck for me in the interior of the map. We pushed up the interior of the map. That allowed our destroyers to take out Yamato with torpedoes. And the remaining ships are outnumbered and they're facing multiple concentrated fire. So it's kind of like a cascading effect of failure when your destroyers don't perform well, ladies and gentlemen. So it doesn't have to be Gdansk. It could be any enemy destroyer. If you allow them to capture the center of the map and dominate it, and if you make bad destroyer play and get killed in the beginning like the AM Sumner did, your team is a sitting duck. All right, we finish off main, I think. We got a couple of kills. And the last ship out there, well, it's facing a 2-on-1 right now. Our Colbert and our other friendly battleship back there. Stalingrad is a tough ship. Stalingrad can't stand up to being double teamed very long. As you can see, his hit points are bleeding out into the ocean. So yeah, if you're a destroyer player and you're new to destroyering, don't leave the middle of the map wide open. I know a lot of times in this game, we're following like a lemming train to one side of the map or the other. But what you saw here was the red team gave up the center of the map and they gave control to us and other destroyers on the blue team. And as a result, we dominated this match. 124k damage, 2 kills, a solo base cap, and our team easily cruised to victory here today. Taking a look at the team result, we ended up with 2589 base XP, officially a GG. Also a GG to the Minotaur